Okay, we're gonna cook some country style steak today, and I have about 3 pounds of cube steak that I kind of cut up into, basically I cut each piece in about half. And I've shaken that around with some flour in this bag. So we're gonna add some olive oil to the bottom of this pan. And then I need to get this warmed up a little bit, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're adding our country style steak, the cube steak rather, to the oil in the frying pan. The secret to this is to barely cook it. You want to remove it while you still got blood coming out of it, and then add it back later. So I'm going to cook this for, just looking for pieces that'll fit. So I'm just going to watch it here and give it just a little bit of time to kind of barely brown. Turn it. And if you kind of remember which one you put in first, that's the one you should turn first. So cook it maybe 30 seconds or so on this side. And then I'm going to remove it. And it's, it's still bloody, you can see blood coming out. And then I'm going to do that again. And I'm just going to keep doing this until I've got it all from this oil fried over to this platter. We've gotten all of the cube steak fried and out, fairly brown. And now I'm going to add some flour to this. Make a little bit of a roux here. Okay, and then I'm going to hurry and I'm going to pour some water in it. I'm going to stir that up. More water. Right, I've got some more water ready. And I'm going to slip this meat, which, like I said, it's, it's brown, but it's still got blood coming out of it. I'm going to add it back to the gravy that we started. And when you're browning the meat, if you start to run out of oil, just add a little more as you go along. You don't want a whole lot left at the end, but you don't want your pan burning either. Okay, and all of the juice, I'm going to pour that back in there because that's some really good flavor. And then I'm going to add some water until I cover this, get this kind of covered. We're going to turn this down some to like right near low, like medium low, and just going to watch it. I'm going to put a lid on it, check it every 5 minutes or so, and maybe rotate the top ones to the bottom or whatever, and let this go for maybe 30 to 45 minutes, and I'll just kind of check it as I go along, see what it looks like. Ideally about an hour would have this be just really tender. So we will be back to check it. I'll check back in 30 minutes, so I'm going to set a timer for 30 minutes, and then I'm going to set another timer for me to stir it for 5 minutes on the oven. And so we'll be right back. Okay, we're going to take our lid off. Looking pretty good. What I think I'm going to do is I've got a good bit of water here. I'm going to leave the lid off and let this simmer for another 30 minutes without the lid on it, and try to bring the gravy down. It'll thicken some as it reduces. That's the word I want, reduce. We're going to reduce this some by keeping it on. I got it down on low, moved it from medium low to low, and we're just going to let this simmer another 30 minutes, and then we're going to come back and look at it. Okay, after this has cooked like 30 minutes with the lid off, and I've also come over here and like maybe skimmed a little of the top grease off, and I've kept it pushed below the liquid so none of it's sticking out. And also, as I went along, I've scraped the bottom, because the thicker it gets, the more likely it is to stick to the bottom. So now I'm back, and I'm going to take a can of evaporated milk, and I'm just going to add that to it. And I'm going to stir this up. That'll make it a little bit richer. And then we're going to let this cook another 30 minutes like this on low with the lid off. And I'm just going to set the timer for one timer for 30 minutes and another for 5, so that I can keep, stirring it and, pressing it down to make sure all the pieces are below the surface. And then it should be done. So we'll be back. Okay, we're back, and I'm going to set a piece out. And it's really tender. Just cut it with a fork. Alright, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to turn around and add some potatoes. Okay, well, I've added some cream potatoes to the plate. I'm going to put some gravy on them. I'm going to add a couple pieces of meat to the side here. And this plate is for the cameraman. And I'm going to make myself one. We've got potatoes with country style steak that's really cooked tender.